Hey dog people, it's dark in my neck of the woods, and not because it's night, it's very overcast here, and guess what, we have rain. That's a big deal in Northern California, in Redding where I live. That brings me to the topic today. Should you kind of gently force your dog to do something your dog doesn't want to do? And a rainy day is a very good example. Most dogs don't like rain. They don't like when the raindrops fall on their sensitive nose because around the muscles are all the most sensitive nerves. So they don't like that. Personally, I don't blame them. I don't like it either. So what do? You want to get your dog out to pee and poo? Get a little exercise if it doesn't rain too hard, and your puppy just doesn't want to go. Mine is like that regarding pee and poo. So she gets excited, she wants to go pee. I open the back door, she runs out. Oops, it's rain, it's wet. No, and she makes a beeline and comes right back. I used to get really worried about that. But guess what? Eventually, the dog goes when they cannot hold it in any longer. Rain or not rain. We have actually a really cute dog called Ladybird in our shelter at the Humane Society in Redding, which the dog is still available for adoption. The last time I checked, it's an 8-year-old girl. I think she's 8 years old, and she's potty trained. So she just doesn't go in her kennel. She doesn't. So when a volunteer comes in and takes her out the first time, she can't wait to get out, and it's kind of challenging to stop her, even though she's super sweet. She doesn't jump, but she has to go so badly. And once we are outside, she poops like a champ. So I need at least 2 to 3 of those little doggy bags to collect her poop. So she's potty trained, but that's a whole other story. So in the rain, a lot of dogs don't like to go. So don't get nervous about it, they eventually will. It doesn't want to walk in the rain. Well, mine is somewhat like that. When I get ready for the walk, she gets all excited, wiggly. Yeah, I want to go. I can put the gear on. She hears the rain, but that doesn't psych her at that point. Then we go outside. She looks around, walks for a while, and then she had it. And we turn around and go home. And I don't force her. Anything you do with forcing a dog has most of the time the opposite effect, unless you use fear-based force, and then they come because they are afraid. So don't do that, of course, because if you watch this video, you love your baby. There is another thing with fear. Some dogs have so much anxiety, like my dog, that they don't want to go to certain parts on the walk. So I have a routine walk I do every morning and in the evening. It's always the same. And sometimes at the end I add a little extension round. She hates that round. She starts going, but halfway through it she starts pulling. So number one sometimes is because she needs to poo and pee and she doesn't go on her walks. It's nice for me, I never have to pick something up, but I wish she would go because then she wouldn't pull so hard to go home and poop. So that's one big part of it. And a little other part is some anxiety she still has in her. And when she sees that we turn around the corner, she just wants to go home. So don't force them too hard. Eventually they will lose it. But I want to remind you, it can take months until they lose this negative energy in her, that they react that way. Because if you have, like in my case, a little rescue who is very anxious and had so many fears as I got her. It takes a long time to get all of that outside. Mine was afraid of driving in the car. She still doesn't like it, but she gives in, hops in, and I don't have to force her to go, because when you go to the vet, you have to use some force, right? And she doesn't throw up in the car anymore. She doesn't drool like crazy anymore when she's so afraid in the car. I don't know where these things come from. I just have an assumption. And that in my case is that maybe she connects going into the car with being rehomed again. Obviously she lost that fear because it's a lot better now. Now I have a neighbor, her little rescue. She just doesn't want to walk in the neighborhood. She goes down the road and she turns around and she refuses to go any further. But when my neighbor drives to the little nature park we have nearby, then she's all cool. She likes to be there. So maybe, and my dog is the same way when I go to this nature park and go hiking with her on a trail. She doesn't pull home because she kind of knows where is home really, right? And she's used to that, going to the trail now, that she doesn't even pull to the parking lot anymore and she sees it. So don't force them. Be kind and understanding. Teach them how to walk properly. If they start pulling, just use the basics again. That's what I do. Just the basics, and don't lose it. Keep this positive energy, this love for your dog, because they can't help it. They need to learn that in a gentle way. If they are fear-based, they are not going to lose that fear with using too much force. That's kind of my little contribution of the day. If you have anything to add, please do so in the comments, because I'm not a know-it-all person. I'm not a dog trainer. I'm not a vet. I'm not a vet tech or whatever there is out there. I just have had dogs since 1995 and learned from my dogs through personal experience, and that's what I'm sharing here. So I hope it helped you out a little bit. Until next time, bye!